Hey everybody, Richard here. I thought today we could have a quick New Year's Eve update of what's going on with JUNKPUNK and what to expect in the new year, and we could just run over all the things that we're looking at putting into the game over the upcoming year and all the cool little bits of tech that we're working on. Usually we do quick and small updates, but we feel that probably for JUNKPUNK this probably isn't correct. We want to do larger, more significant updates, so I thought today we could just have a look at some of the things we're working on. No time frame for when these will be done or set yet. We'll probably end up putting a roadmap out in early 22, just so people know exactly where we're headed with the game. But as you all know, we have a roadmap at the bottom of the Steam page which shows the different terraforming stages you can have in JUNKPUNK. But without further ado, I'll get on and show you the kind of things that we're working on at the moment. So one of the things we want to focus on is the dynamic weather and how you can affect the atmosphere. And as you can see in this video clip, we've got a thunderstorm, and this is all dynamic. The rain coming down and the lightning in the background. It's from a piece of tech called Ultimate Dynamic Sky, which if any of you are into Unreal 4 engine work, it can be found on the Epic Store, and we've been integrating this piece of tech into the game as just a prototype really for the last couple of weeks. And what we want to do is we want to really harness the power of this to bring a whole new level of quality to the weather. We custom made our own weather for the beginning, for the early access part of the game, but we really think this bit of tech here can turn the whole game into like a whole new epic environment. So we're keen to integrate this. We just got to find a way to make sure that it's good for the game, it doesn't crush the FPS, it works dynamic on the fly, because as you all know, all of the people that have played JUNKPUNK already, you can change the atmosphere in real time. Again, that's something we all made custom for the beginning of this game. Now I kind of want to enhance it and make it better, and as you can see in this demo, this is it in action on one of our old test levels, and it looks awesome. So we're really keen to get it working properly, and if I can, would love to get this integrated so we have really good weather systems in the game. It's really detailed, and it will even show you like particular like droplets of water, and it will show you the impact of the droplets on the surface and like clouds of mist, etc. And we can change it all on the fly. As you can see me just flying around at the moment, you can see that the fog's quite thick and the rain is quite heavy, and it's a live thunderstorm sort of thing. We can change that to make the fog thicker or less dense, for example, depending on the weather type that we want. And this is something that I really want to, like I say, expand on. So when you are changing the planet and you are restoring it, we have a way better environment, really, just totally immersive. And as you can see here, I'm changing it to clear sky, slight fog, and that's one of the aspects we really want to focus on in 2022 and going forward with the development of the game. Some of you that have played JUNKPUNK again will probably be looking at this map and thinking this looks a bit different, but this is a really early version of one of the older maps that I was working on. JUNKPUNK actually has about 14 versions of this map. I made about 14 versions of it, so it's pretty intensive work to go from the flat landscape and integrate all of the models and environment, etc. And again, I'm just switching over to a rain environment here, and you can see now like the water droplets hitting the ground. But yeah, so it's pretty intense amount of versions to make the full game, and obviously you'll know that some of the map is still not complete, so that's something again that we'll be expanding with more monoliths in the upcoming year. And hopefully we can add cool stuff like the different weather types that I said, and also different monoliths that we want to be putting all around the map and unlocking. Some of you will obviously see the 1 to 5. They are basically like monolith shells, and you'll be able to unlock each update will have a new monolith, hopefully. Well, our major updates anyway, like the major updates that we push will be a new monolith that will change a planet in some way, shape or form. And not only that, we also have obviously more content coming to the game. So we've got I don't want to give it away, but we've got something that we're really cool to play. I think next year we'd like to integrate something that allows the player a bit more, let's just say a little bit more combat, and we also have a little bit more automation. So yeah, because as some of you all know, there's not too much combat or anything like the moment, but we want to add just a little flavour of that, and we also want to work on the second monolith, which will be the next stage of the game, to basically take the planet to the next stage. And as you can see, the planet's green now. This is another thing, we're working on dynamic materials for the planet, so we can change not just the weather but also the game's surroundings and the environment surroundings. So when you do change, monolith 2, 3, 4, you can see all of these different changes taking place in real time. And then we're also going to be working on a system to grow plants and change the vegetation, etc. And as you can see, again, we have a completely controllable sun. So although it's not moving in this demonstration because it's tied to a bit of script basically, but we can move and change all of that on the fly. And it's taken us ages to develop these systems and integrate them correctly, but it's paid off, because I'm hoping now down the line that we will have a really super dynamic game that you can do a ton of changes to in real time. And what it will be able to do is give us like unpredictable weather, or if you stabilize the atmosphere, possibly predictable weather and seasons and stuff. And how far we go with that, I'm not sure at the moment. We'll have to see if it's fun, but it's definitely something we want to build upon. And yeah, I think that probably about wraps it up really. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that came and supported us with JUNKPUNK, and if you've had fun, great. And I hope to see you again in the next updates. We'll be dropping, what we usually do is we usually do some smaller updates like bug fixes, maybe some smaller features, and then we will do larger drops with actual monoliths in. As you can appreciate, the monoliths inside are extremely detailed, and I also make those. I don't model those. We do have people that model the actual objects, but all of the environment design, I'll design it myself, so it's just a one-person job there. So it takes me quite a while to make the monoliths and do the interiors of those. So we'll have to design basically the next monolith and do all of the interiors for that, and that should take some time. But I'm hoping it'll be just as epic as the last one. I was really happy with how that turned out, and lots of different influences from all sorts of sci-fi. I'm a big sci-fi fan, so loads of different sci-fi influences in there. As many of you all know, if you've played some of my earlier games, my first game was a sci-fi game, and it's actually really fun being able to hop back into that genre, although it's hard to make it perfect. But yeah, again, just quickly snapping back to how it looks with the actual player and the different types of like weather systems. But yeah, so all in all, an amazing 2021 for JUNKPUNK. It's done really well, and I'm really happy with where we've got. And I must say, it was a bit touch and go. We didn't know how well it would do, and just an amazing thank you to the YouTube community that came on board. And when we sent this out, I was really concerned that no one would like it or play it, and the feedback's been great. The community's been awesome. Everyone's hopping in and telling us what they want to see and how they want to do things, and yeah, I couldn't ask for much more really, apart from, if you love the game, just drop us a review, tell a friend about it, and I guess we'll see you in 2022, and I guess have a happy new year. There's not too much else to say really, apart from we're really eager to get cracking in 2022 and just take this game into the next level of awesomeness. And yeah, loads of improvements to come. We've got some multiplayer improvements to come, bug fixes to come, and also I definitely want to give the UI another little go, because it was the best we could do with the time frame we have. But as we're a small company, we wanted to round it up and get the game out there because of just time constraints, unfortunately. But the UI is going to get another looking over, just generally tighten that up a lot more, and just quality of life. As you can expect with all early access games, lots of stuff to do. So yeah, I think we'll leave it there. But happy new year everyone, can't wait to see you in 2022 and drop some awesome updates for you all to enjoy. And yeah, all the best.